Yo, I think we're live. Not totally sure. I think there's always a huge lag, but let's see. Yo, what's up, Timmy? Justin? What's up, guys? I think we're live. I think we're rolling. Bring you guys a bit closer. Guys, hear me all right? Everything look good? Other than this light streak. That's so cool, Justin. You're doing your first ski tour. That's gonna be awesome, man. Where's St. Helens? Is that like the PNW? Jacob, what's up, dude? You still doing the go-karting stuff down in Florida? I don't know if I'll be back down in Florida, but yeah, it's definitely still gonna be doing some karting stuff. I might be in Pittsburgh, New Jersey, stuff like that, but I don't know about Florida. They actually just got rid of that track that I was at in Ocala. So they completely dug it up and they're building like a storage facility or something. So I don't know when I'll be back in Florida for karting actually, but everything looks and sounds fine. Sweet. Thanks, Timmy. Appreciate you being here again, man. You were at the movie premiere too, man. That's so cool. That was my first time doing a premiere. It was sweet. Carlo, what's up, dude? How's it going? Ski season is pretty much over for me. Yeah, I think it's over for a lot of people, but I think Alta just had their closing weekend, and I mean, there's still snow. You can still ski, but in terms of like lift access riding, it's just about done. But I might hit up Snowbird a few more times this winter, but it's just not the same. Once April hits, I feel like skiing just isn't the same, especially when you're just trying to hunt POW, you know. It's tough to just go ski like, I don't know, ice, no snow. Hope that leak was nothing terrible. Too. Oh, Jacob, yeah, it was weird. I actually had remnants of the leak again, but I don't know. It's not a big deal. I don't know if it's a little bit of condensation that gets built up, because it's just been kind of weird how it's been going on, but nothing terrible. Everything seems to be fine. And if I need to, I'll try to remove the solar panel from the top and figure out how I can seal stuff up. But for the most part, yeah, it's not a big deal. Oh, Ben Lawhorn, I missed the streams. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by again, man. Hope you had a good day at the office, dude. I watched that edit for the Kirkcombs. It was pretty sick, man. Seems like a pretty rad house. But yeah, that was dope. Dixon, I've been good, man. Same stuff. Finally got that Patience and Prudence, that's the ski doc, vlog, film, whatever you want to call it, done, which took a ton of my time. So that's why I was a little bit less frequent with the uploads, and then I was go-karting and all that stuff. But I've been good, man. Transitioning into the spring and summer out here in Utah, so. I am, what up, Killa? What's up, man? Justin, I'm in Boise. Okay, Carlos in Boise. Timmy Kerr, would you rather go to Beaver Creek or Park City? If you're asking me, I'd rather go to Park City. I've been to Beaver Creek once or twice, but just didn't have. It's a cool place, but I would rather ski at Park City. If I'm gonna go to Beaver Creek, I would rather go to Vail or something, to be honest. It's another place out in Colorado, but Beaver Creek's cool. Soren, over for me too, though. I think going to Timberline for summer skiing, more vertical rise than in winter. I might rip out the Timberline at some point. I don't know yet for sure, but I would love to do a little summer session trip of some sort. But yeah, there's definitely options to keep riding, depending on where you go. I was hoping that Whistler would be open, but I don't know. I don't know with everything. I'm sure they'll be open for like the actual winter season, but I could see them sort of holding off during this summer just to, yeah, just to be extra safe. But and that's crazy. More vertical rise there than in the winter. Interesting. Shiller time, you back? What's up, dude? Good to see you again, man. I am back. Back on the regular twice a week upload, live streams once a week, stuff like that. So I think I only took like a week. It only changed for a week, but it felt like a long time. Justin, I was the Silver Mountain last month in Kellogg, Great Little Mountain. That must be near Boise or something. I want to ski more in Idaho and just explore Idaho more. Harrison, love the movie. Thank you, man. I appreciate you watching it. Means a lot, dude. I think it turned out okay, I would say. I don't know. I wasn't overly stoked on it, to be honest. But at some point, you just got to get the stuff out. You know, I re-edited that so many times where I was like, I had all I could do just to get it out on the day I did. And like Thursday night, I basically re-edited a huge segment of it. I had the Alta trip in there. I had Snow Basin in there. I had like a bunch of other stuff in there, but I was like, this is just going to be way too long, and I just feel like it's not going to flow properly. So, yeah. I think I could do it better next time, but anyways, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I have something of a longer format on there. Jacob Becker, killing the dust pile like 30 feet of snow onto one course so they stay open until sometime in June. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I feel a little bit sometimes these resorts, like, they just do stuff so they can say they can, like, they're open till whenever, 4th of July. But in terms of the quality of skiing, it's really, really poor, you know? I'm not saying that just at Killington. I'm saying that just in general. If you go to A Basin or, like, you know, even Snowbird, I think at some point they'll close the tram where you can't even ski down where the tram is or something like that. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather spend my time doing something else, but it is always fun skiing in a t-shirt and it's like, 50 degrees out. Carlos, sorry, I couldn't make the movie premiere, but later I watched the movie. Oh, no worries, man. I know those premieres are such a tough, like, even these streams are tough to make, everyone's so busy with their life in general. So, yeah, I just thought the premiere would be a cool thing to do. I did it on a Friday night. It was cool. We had like 40 people in there at one point watching the movie, so it was fun. I was nervous. I was like walking back and forth in my room because like I hadn't seen it since I uploaded it before work on Friday. So I was like, oh man, is there gonna be some errors or something? But it was fun. Park City's not open. They closed April like 8th or 9th that weekend. So yeah, no longer open. I think just about every resort here in Utah is closed other than Snowbird. Alta just closed this weekend as well, so. Justin, Timberline is open until May 31st for spring season, and they are forecasted to get snow this weekend. Same with Mount Bachelor, open until May 31st. Yeah, that's awesome, man. We just got like a huge tax day storm here like last week. The Cottonwoods reported like 16 or 18 inches of snow. It snowed a little bit today, actually, but not enough to do anything. But it was like 30 degrees. And I bet Snowbird will stay open until the 4th of July, which is pretty cool, but again, depends what you want to go for. I'm going on a trip to New Jersey on June 11th. Hopefully COVID will be over. That's awesome, man. What are you doing in New Jersey, Carlo? I've been in New Jersey a few times, but not enough to really know too much about it. And yeah, hopefully COVID will sort of die down or just be a little bit more under control. Harrison Yeezy says, do you ever ski park? Not really. I don't. If I do, I want to go like film and just kind of cruise through it, but I can't really do a lot of tricks or anything like that. So I'm more or less just like to cruise around the mountain. And I'll just sort of air jumps, do 3s or 5s or something. But yeah, there's a lot better people who can do doubles and all that crazy stuff. So I'm old, so yeah, I don't have the desire to do it. It's amazing. People are like unreal, especially out here in Park City and stuff. But Peter Paris. Hey, Amanda. Thanks for stopping by. I just saw your comment, too, on the Patience and Prudence. Thank you so much. I will get back to you. It means a lot. It really does. Schiller says, you done skiing? I think so, man. I might do Snowbird once or twice more. But for the next little bit, I think I am just chilling right now. I'm going to San Diego next week, basically, into the weekend. So just trying to take care of some spring stuff where, yeah, now that the weather's nice, I want to do that. But Peter, what's up, man? Hope all is well. 2 questions. Have you ever been to Copper Mountain, Colorado? And in the winter, your hobby is skiing. What do you do in the summer? Good questions. I've never been to Copper Mountain. I've driven past it, you know, on going to other mountains, but I've never skied there. I've never been there in the summer. That is a place I've just never ever been to. So I'm hoping next season I can get the Icon Pass or some other passes that allow me to go do a bigger Colorado trip. That was a huge thing that was missing this season was Colorado. So hopefully I can get there next season. But I did live there for like 2 years, so I skied a lot in Colorado. Mostly Arapahoe Basin and Breckenridge, stuff like that, but never made it out to Colorado. So, and in the winter, your hobby is skiing. What do you do in the summer? Um, I mean, for the most part, I would say I like to go to national parks, hike, and just explore. Honestly, just literally chill in my van, like at a trailhead, and just like enjoy the views and the air. I love taking photos. I love making videos, stuff like that, catching sunrises and sunsets. I also enjoy like racing, go karting, stuff like that. There's a few videos on that. I was just in North Carolina go karting, and I've been playing paintball a lot more. So yeah, I think it's kind of I think it's a unique set of hobbies that's a little bit different than most people like out west who are gonna be mountain biking or I don't know climbing stuff like that. I'd never gotten into that stuff. Um, so yeah, that those are kind of my hobbies, mostly national parks, and then I like to race and play paintball. So yeah, I dropped a poll on the community tab, and we got like a lot of responses so far, which is awesome. And the last vlog I just posted kind of shows a little bit of all that, where it's a sunset at Capitol Reef, some paintballing, and some go karting. So yeah, let me know if there's something specific you guys want to see. But that's kind of like the spread of my interest. I feel like that I want to really try to invest time in this summer. But yeah, it's hard with so many things to focus in on one thing. Because I feel like if I'm not playing paintball, then I might be racing, and if I'm not doing that, I'll be in it, you know, just exploring somewhere. But I don't know. Hope that answers your question. um, Timmy says, "What do you prefer, the Jackson Hole tram or the Snowbird tram?" That's a good question. I think the Jackson Hole tram is nicer, just like from a technical mechanical standpoint. The Jackson Hole tram is really nice, and they played really good music. It's a little bit bigger. I think the views are amazing on both of them. That's a good question. I would probably say the Jackson Hole tram, but I think I prefer the terrain off the Snowbird tram a lot more. And it's just because I'm new to Jackson Hole and all that stuff, but like I just feel like you don't get too much off the Jackson Hole tram. You obviously get core bits, but other than that, I feel like you can access all the terrain you could from the tram off other lifts. But I love the trams on both. I just love being able to be at the complete bottom and like literally in 10, 15 minutes going up to the very top of the mountain. It's a very unique feature. Schiller, are you skiing anymore? Are you just kind of doing like little jibs and stuff or just cruising around? Jacob Becker, I live in Jersey. There's some great things to do there. I'm sure there is. Um, I've been to Englishtown. I think that's in New Jersey. Englishtown, yeah, that's what it's called. Peter Yang gives a smiley face. What's up, man? If I ever go East Coast skiing, it would have to be Stowe, mostly because Forerunner has some actual steep terrain and more natural snowfall. I've heard great things of Stowe. I think I went to Stowe when I was really young, but I don't remember anything about it. I either went to Stowe or Killington or both. But yeah, I've heard if you're going to East Coast ski, places in Vermont are kind of the places to go. So, Peter Yang, I live in San Diego. Wow, welcome again. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'll be there. I will be there on Friday of next week. I'm leaving Wednesday, so I'm leaving a week from now, and I'm driving. My plan is to do a little bit Wednesday night after work, drive most of the time on Thursday, and then yeah, I'm getting something installed on the van, which is gonna look so sick. I'm so stoked for it. I've been waiting since January. It's almost been 5 months. Yeah, it's been about 5 months. So I'm really, really stoked. I was supposed to go like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it wasn't ready after all that. So I'll be there Friday for an install, and then I'm basically getting back in the van. I'm gonna go up to Joshua Tree National Park for like the night in the morning, check out a sunset, sunrise if I can, and then basically work my way back up to Utah because it is about like 11-hour drive. So I can be back for work by Monday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out to San Diego. It should be kind of cool. I've never been before. Yellow Gagade. I totally butchered that, but hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. Adventurer Carlo. I'm at New Jersey for 2 weeks. My house is a pool and a trampoline. I'm going to relax at the beach and ride some roller coasters at the boardwalk. That's so cool, man. That should be pretty relaxing. Just some R&R, hanging out. Relax at the beach. I love roller coasters. I really do. That was one thing when I was younger that I just could never get enough of. If the roller coaster didn't go upside down, I didn't want to do it. I loved going on roller coasters. And I think it makes sense as I get older and see what my interests have developed into, but that's fun, man. I would love to go to amusement park. I haven't been to an amusement park in so long, but I used to love like Six Flags and all that. You guys have Six Flags where you're from? Like Darien Lake, I think it was called. Man, I could just do that all day. That was so fun. My birthday's Saturday, April 24th, 2017. That's awesome, dude. Happy early birthday. Should be a great time, man. I'm excited for you. Enjoy it. 17, man, that's a fun age. Got the whole world in front of you, dude. Jacob Becker, I've been loving the paintball you were ripping up in that Spiel game. Must be a big adrenaline rush. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, appreciate you checking it out and watching that part. Yeah, man, I got to be honest. Paintball, of the things I've done, I mean, short of, there's just like staring in here. Yeah, it's such an adrenaline rush, and it's such an intense adrenaline rush for like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, your body is just like surging really, really strongly with adrenaline. It's just sick. So yeah, I used to, that was the first thing I really played when I was like really young, like 12, 13. That was like my dream, was to be a pro paintball player. I like watched all the movies. That was like my jam, was paintball. And then unfortunately in New York, when I was playing with on like a team with 30-year-olds. I was 14. Like, I don't even know how my parents allowed me to do that. I was traveling like all up and down the East Coast doing it. Staying in hotels. Like, it was a crazy experience. And then all of a sudden the thing with paintball is that it's so dodgy, you could say, or just like in between, where it's like, you know, just people are flaky, the leagues can be flaky, and basically, long story short, the league just ended. Like, it went out of business, boom. And at that point, at that age, there was no other leagues in my area, and I was just young. I didn't have money, I couldn't drive, and so it basically just ended right there. And then I actually got into car racing like shortly thereafter, so it was like, it just changed my interest, and I didn't really have time or a place to play paintball. And then I went to college and all that stuff. So then life just happened. And then when I moved back to Utah, I was like, I should relook if there's like paintball out here. It's huge in California, it's huge in Arizona and stuff. Like, maybe there's a scene out here in Utah. And sure enough, there was. Not a big one, but there is one at least. And so I bought equipment again, and I've been playing, and it's been such a blast. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it, Jacob. Timmy Curran says, what's your I think hold on. What happened? I thought I saw something. How'd you get into paintballing? Okay, from Amanda. Yeah, so I think I kind of just touched on that. But yeah, I got into it from like a birthday party, you know? Like, one of my friends had a birthday party, and like, I don't know, I just fell in love with it. I really did. And then I got a gun, and then I was playing all the time, and favorite run at Snowbird, Timmy? That's a good question. I would say anything off like the upper cirque there. So like a Great Scots is always an amazing run. Upper Silver Fox. Berry Steep is the other side of the cirque, but I think that might be my all-time favorite run, is Berry Steep, actually, now that I think about it. It's called Berry Steep. It's off the cirque, off to like, what would it be? It'd kind of be like Skier's Left if you're going down the cirque. It drops off to the left. Really, really sick run. What's your favorite mountain in Utah? It's Snowbird. That is my favorite mountain. Really, of any is Snowbird. Alta is really sick as well, but Snowbird is just a really fun mountain. Woodward has a jet park up. Might go hit that once or twice. Oh, that's sick, Schiller. I drive past that sometimes if I have to go to Salt Lake, Woodward. But yeah, it looks like, are they closed then? Like, the lifts are closed, but did they allow people to just kind of hike up and ski some rails, basically? That's pretty cool, because they still have a bunch of stuff set up. Jacob Becker says, Stowe is also right next to Smuggler's Nacho Resort 2. They have the only triple black there on the East Coast, I'm pretty sure. Okay, cool, Jacob. I didn't even know that places listed triple blacks really, because I don't think we have any out here. Like if you look at trail maps for any resort, I don't think you'll ever see a triple black. They might show them like on a sign like at the run itself, but in terms of the trail map, that's a good thing. Actually, I don't think they actually show triple blacks, but that's cool, man. I'd love to do a little East Coast trip. I think this year was the year to do it because I feel like the East Coast got some good snow this year. But Peter says, that's awesome. I live in North Carolina. I play paintball in my free time, but my main hobby is fishing and hunting. I also love skiing, though. We go to Copper Mountain or Big Side, but keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you say you also ride dirt bikes. That's cool, man. I've never really got into fishing. Some of my uncles and stuff are big hunters, and fishermen as well, but I've never really got into it. But Big Sky, that's cool, man. I heard good things about Big Sky. Hopefully I can get up there next season. But I was just in Mooresville, North Carolina, actually. Are you around, like, Charlotte or anything? It was a beautiful place. The Jake Gerstenfeld vlog says, Lucas, I'm headed to Salt Lake on the 29th for the Supercross race at Rice Eccles. We better see you there, dude. That's so cool, man. I was thinking about going to that. I think that would be a really cool thing to go to. I don't know if you can still get tickets or not, but those guys are crazy, like on the dirt bike. So that's really cool, man. I don't know if I'll be there, but I'll look into it and see if it makes sense. But thanks for being here, man. Welcome to the stream. You also write, yep, Great Adventure is also in New Jersey, and they have some sick roller coasters. Okay. Yeah, dude, roller coasters, man. I should go to some this summer or something. Amanda says, how do you get in paintballing? Kind of touched on that a little bit. But I'm hoping I can play more this summer. I'm supposed to be doing a tournament in Denver Memorial Day weekend, so that should be kind of fun. I think I'm going to take the van out there and go play paintball. Peter says, mainly trout and redfish. We sometimes go offshore for tuna and marlin as well. Oh, you're talking about what do you fish? Okay, that's cool. Some of my family still lives in central New York, and my grandma's had a camp up on Lake Ontario for the longest time. And so I used to go out there sometimes and like go on those big fishing boats where you like strap into the seat and like, yeah, you have this big rod and I don't really know. I used to do it when I was younger. I don't know if that's considered deep sea fishing, but it was like, yeah, fishing for big stuff. I don't remember if I ever caught anything, but Jacob Becker says, I also like this paintball, but I'm not a speedball guy. I've been to Skirmish, which was a sick place, and I'm pretty sure it's a known place. Okay. So is that like woods ball stuff, Jacob? I feel like I've heard of Skirmish, but I don't know if I've heard of it. I don't know in what context, if that makes sense, but yeah, I'm a speedball guy through and through. I want to try to play some more woods ball and just like a little bit more like slower pace stuff, but yeah, right now I'm so hooked with the speedball, the speed of it, just the intensity. It's like, yeah, it's so fun. Shirley says they have a little jump and 8 to 10 rails up with a magic carp. Oh, okay. A little jump. Like 10, 15 feet jump? Or that's really cool. Do you have to pay to go, Schiller? Or is it like, I don't want to say, well, I'm sure you have to pay. But that's pretty cool. I wonder how much, if they're just going to do it until like they don't have snow anymore, but that's pretty rad. Oh, we got some more fishing stuff. That's sick. I've been trout fishing, but almost all the places near me only have stock trout and been fished out. Saltwater, so the trout haven't been biting because water too cold, but they should start biting again soon. What do you guys use for like bait for that stuff? I know nothing about fishing, but Timmy, have you ever hiked Murdoch Peak? You know what? I've never hiked Murdoch Peak, and I was looking at the trail map for Park City recently, and I saw the whole that's off Super Condor, I believe, right? The lift basically all the way on the canyon side. But I've never hiked up there. And I was thinking to myself, I definitely need to explore that area next season. The problem with Murdoch Peak and Super Condor, Timmy, is that it gets the first sun. It gets the most amount of sun because it'd be east facing. So as soon as the sun basically gets up over the mountain, it's baking on Super Condor. So unless you get there like first thing in the morning, it can be really, really poor snow. So that's why I've never really went over there. And being on the Park City side, it would take me quite some time to actually ski myself over there. But I could just drive over there to the canyons and then park and go up. But yeah, I've never done that before, and I definitely need to, because then I would have done basically every peak you can do at Park City, which doesn't mean there's not a lot of them, but yeah. Amanda says, "Are you going to celebrate Earth Day tomorrow?" That is a good question. I don't know. I need to work. We made some videos for our company to push out on social media in honor of Earth Day. So I don't know. I guess that's gonna be my celebration. Is just sitting in the office and yeah, doing that. Are you gonna be celebrating it, Amanda? Is anyone gonna be celebrating Earth Day? Oh yeah, I'm about an hour from Charlotte to Fayetteville, and we hold one of the biggest military bases in the country called Fort Bragg. Okay, I think I've heard of Fort Bragg somewhere or something. And that's funny, Fayetteville. I grew up in a place called Casanova, and the town next to me, Peter, was called Fayetteville. Spelled the exact same way too. So there's a Fayetteville in New York, and it seems like there's a Fayetteville in North Carolina. But that's awesome, man. It was really beautiful. I remember flying my drone up there one morning, and it was just super green, and like sunrise was beautiful. I feel like if I was gonna live back on the East Coast, North Carolina could be a cool spot. Nick Barrett says, "Do you or are you going to do any uphill skiing this end of the season?" I don't think so. What I did last year, what I might do again is because I live like the mountain is basically like just right there. I boot packed up one of the just like one of the runs. It took me like an hour, and I skied down. So I might do that just because I can, like after work. But it is a ton of effort for like a 1 or 2 minute run. But yeah, I don't really have any plans to do any sort of uphill stuff. I don't have skins or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like I have plans for each weekend, whether that's going, to the desert or somewhere in the van, whatever. But we'll see what happens. Again, it would be something nice to do after work. The boardwalk I'm going to in New Jersey is called Jenkinson's. Okay, cool, man. I feel like boardwalks are pretty cool. I went to the one, I don't know if it'd be considered a boardwalk, but the Santa Monica Pier. Yeah, that would be a boardwalk, wouldn't it? But that one was really cool. Felt like a big tourist, but it was beautiful. And they had like all the Ferris wheels and everything. But that's awesome, man. I'm stoked for you. Where is Berry Steep? So Timmy, if you're looking at this snowbird map, and you'll see like the aerial tram kind of cutting right up the center of the mountain, and you kind of follow that down, you'll see like I think it's going to be called the Upper Cirque Traverse or something, and there's a bunch of double black diamonds off of it. If you follow that kind of like midway and then go to the left side of the Cirque, you should see a run called Berry Steep. So it's off that Upper Cirque Traverse. But it should be like right in the middle of the trail map. Ish, yeah. Yeah, they're leaving it open till they can't. It's $30 for 40 hours, and what just happened? Sorry, man. And the jump's like 10 feet and impossible to get speed for. That's so cool, man. I think it's awesome that they're doing that to like just help keep people on the mountain and just keep doing that stuff rather than closing down and have nowhere for people to go. So that's cool. $30 for 4 hours isn't like an awful deal either, if you break it down hour by hour. 10 feet impossible to get speed for. Well, I guess you had to skate or have someone pull you in or something, but that's cool, man. I'm sure it'll be open for quite some time too. Although that place, like Woodward, really does melt pretty quick, with it being so low, and then just with the sun and all that stuff, like, yeah, before you know it, it'll be gone. But Timmy Curtin with the $4.99. Thank you, man. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I think you have donated almost every stream, premiere. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate your support, man. Tell your dad I said hello as well. Thank you, man. Thank you. Jacob Becker says, "What's the tall?" Oh wait. All right, wait. I'll go back. Sorry. What's the tallest mountain you've ever been to? I did a few 14ers in Colorado, Jacob, which are like they're called 14ers because they're 14,000 feet like above sea level. So you hike to the top of them. So I think I did 2 of them. One of them was the highest 14er in Colorado. So I was 14,000 like 400 feet. I mean, I wasn't skiing, but just the tallest mountain I've ever been to was a few 14ers in Colorado. Yeah, you leave at like, I remember we started hiking at like 3:30 in the morning. We had to drive like an hour to get there. So we left at like 2:30. Got there, hiked in the pitch dark, you know, and then you summit at like, it takes like 5 hours. We summit at like 8:30. And then basically because the weather changes so much in the afternoon, where like thunderstorms, and just becomes like very unpredictable, that you have to be at the summit very early, then work your way down. So you're down by the time all the storms move in. So yeah, I did a few of those, which is pretty cool. And then I think in terms of skiing, there's a mountain at Breckenridge, or a peak. I think it's Peak 6 or something. But it's like the highest mountain lift service peak or something like that. I don't know if it's like 12,600 feet. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while, but I hope those kind of answer your questions. Many fake lures or some finger... Oh, okay, now we're talking about okay, back to Peter. Or some finger mullet, which are little bait fish the size of your finger. Okay. So we're not just putting worms on a hook and casting that in there with a bobber. I grew up on a small lake in upstate New York, so that was what we would do. I would go catch worms in the soil, put it on a hook, and just cast it in there, and just come back with seaweed. Adventure Carla, what is your favorite lift in Utah besides Jupiter at Park City? Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe Motherlode. I was gonna say McConkey's, but McConkey's can kind of suck. Motherlode can be fun. Obviously 9990 is fun as well, but it's very similar to Jupiter. I think Motherlode. Fanes is fun as well, but Jupiter's definitely my favorite. Skirmish isn't just in the woods. They have a lot of courses like Center. They also have a huge thing this summer. It's a recreation of the Battle of Normandy. There's over 5,000 people in the game. Oh, wow. Okay. So is Skirmish like a thing across the entire country then? Like they have this stuff in different states? Or I guess I'll have to visit that, look it up. But I have heard of like this huge paintball game with, like you said, just tons and tons of people. I don't even understand how that goes down and how you know who's on your team and who's not on your team. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun. That would be fun for sure. Like those huge scenario games and people use like paint grenades and like smoke grenades. Like that stuff would be crazy. For trout, I use power bait, fake worms, and I also go for carp with canned corn, surprisingly. Of course, worms, but nothing else works. Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is about worms, right? That's nuts. You can just get anything with worms. It'd be fishing out in the ocean with worms. Let's see. Timmy Curry, good question. Do you prefer hiking to Jupiter Peak from McConkey to the Jupiter Lift? Good question, man. Yeah, I don't know if many people know, but you can get to Jupiter Peak at Park City from the Jupiter Lift or the McConkey's Lift. And so I've done it both ways plenty of times. I think the one I prefer is probably from Jupiter, just because it's not as steep. It is a little bit longer, but I think it's always less crowded in terms of people hiking up there from that side. And I like the views off that side of the peak a little bit more than the ones on the McConkey's. But if I'm trying to like rip up to Jupiter like quickly, the McConkey side is considerably shorter. It's just a lot steeper. It starts off pretty chill, but the last like third of that is pretty steep. And it's usually windy on both sides of it, but I prefer Jupiter for sure. But a lot of times the Jupiter side isn't open as quickly as the McConkey's one is. But good question, man. I've been there. It was really fun. They also have really fun things on the boardwalk, like arcades and mini golf. You should have a sick time. Yeah, dude. Everyone, Carlo's turning 17, and he's going to New Jersey, exploring a boardwalk. So you should have a fun time. That's awesome, man. Those are just some of those things in life that you just gotta do, have fun with. Peter says I gotta go. Thanks, man. See ya, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, they're saying it'll probably be done by late May. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. I wonder if you could hike Schiller up to the top and hit some of those jumps or rip the half pipe. Like if they're gonna stop you from doing that, you know. I don't know. What's your favorite Colorado ski resort? My favorite Colorado ski resort, Timmy, is probably Arapahoe Basin. I think that place is just awesome. The east wall over there, it doesn't open all the time or opens really late in the season. The east wall is some of the sickest terrain I've skied in a resort. Really, really cool. The resort, A Basin is just pretty chill in general. But yeah, that's probably my favorite. I also really enjoy Breckenridge. I think it's a cool place. But I haven't been to Steamboat or Crested Butte or Winter Park. There's a lot I haven't been to in Colorado. Telluride I've heard amazing things about. So, yeah, I really like A Basin. Brent Rucap says Thanes. Yeah, Thanes can be cool. It can be a fun sort of last resort on a powder day if nothing is open. And I like Thanes because it's a fast lift. It's a 2-person and it's like a 5-minute lift or something. So, Ben Bahan says, what did you go to school? Where for? Oh, what? Okay, where and what did you go to school for, basically? So I did my undergrad at a small school in New York called Hobart College, and I got a degree I got a bachelor's degree in biochemistry, and then I went to the University of Colorado Boulder for my master's in business. So I have an MBA from the Leeds School of Business, and I focused in management and marketing. So I basically did that back to back. I was basically, me and this kid Keaton, who's like my best friend, we're the youngest ones there. We went right from undergrad. So yeah, I basically did 6 years of school, and that's what I have degrees in. No Scrimmage is a huge place to spend. Oh, okay, that match takes 2 days, and yeah, they have all that stuff like Thanksgiving. See, like 2 days for a match is insane, dude. Like that's why I don't understand how you know who, like how it even is. How's it going? Who's winning? You know, 2 days. Like, damn, I gotta sleep. I gotta eat. Like, but a tank, dude, that would be terrifying. They just come at you with like a paint tank. Oh man, that's cool, man. I gotta get into that stuff. How many high-speed quads does Snowbird have? I went there in the summer, but I didn't see the whole mountain. I only rode Peruvian. Okay, cool. Snowbird in the summer is really, really cool too, man. How many high-speed quads? Dude, that's a good question. I mean, I'd have to look at a map to tell you an exact number, but I'm sure they have quite a few. They have like the GAD 2 chair, Peruvian, Little Cloud. Trying to think. Oh, they have like Mineral Basin, those lifts out there, Baldy or something. Like they probably have, you know, a handful of high-speed quads. So, yeah, I'm excited to go to Snowbird in the summer because it's so beautiful. But yeah, you should definitely go back. But that's where the tram is just so cool because like the tram takes you to the top, then you can essentially go anywhere you want from there. But I think Snowbird has a good lift system. I really do. That's why I think I enjoy Snowbird so much. Where Alta, I feel like you're kind of traversing a lot. You're skating around. You're hiking to different areas. But Snowbird, a lot of stuff is accessible off the lifts, which just makes for a better ski experience, I think. And they still have their hike to stuff that you can get to. So, do you know the steepest course you've ever skied? I really don't, Jacob. I guess I don't know how exactly to measure that. I think that shoot I did at Alta this year called the Little Chute. When you can look up like the steepest runs at Alta, or Alta has an article about that, and that was about like a 45-degree pitch. And even the High Rustler, which is a very famous run there as well, which we did in that video, they said in some areas it's a 40 to 45-degree pitch. So I think 45 degrees is probably about as I know like some of the stuff in Alaska gets 50 degrees and even more, but that's probably one of the steepest stuff I've skied. A lot of stuff at the east wall at Arapahoe Basin is very similar to that Little Chute I did at Alta. It's not as long, but their stuff is very steep. So anything above the tree line is when stuff gets really, really steep, and that's why Snowbird is so much fun. Alta, because a lot of that stuff is above the tree line, where stuff at Park City, they just don't have that steep. So, Fred, what's up, dude? Thanks for hopping on, man. Hope you're having a good night, man. Thanks for the support on the vlog. Thanks for the support on the ski movie, documentary, whatever you want to call it, dude. But thank you, man. Seriously. Timmy Curran says Rainbow Crested Butte is 55%. That's sick, dude. That's an insane pitch, man. Once you get to a steep enough pitch, my dad and my sister, who took some avalanche courses, said that like the avalanches can't even slide at like 50%, 50 degrees, you know, which was interesting. That like the steeper a pitch gets, the less apt it is to slide. Anyways, that's a side note. It says message retracted from Ben. I don't know what happened. What's your favorite double black glade trail you've ever done? Oh man, I gotta think about that, Timmy. My double black glade trail, I don't know. Probably like Indicator up in Park City. Like that's my go-to run. Really tight trees, pretty steep. It's a fun run, Indicator. I'd have to look a little bit more. Nick Cusera says hello. Hello, Nick. Did you get chains yet? Can't believe you've been doing rear-wheel drive. Oh, Brent, I did not. Now that there's no snow, it's even less apt to get chains. But if I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I'm heading out to San Diego next week to get some like pretty beefy upgrades to the van. And so one of the upgrades is like these back aluminum boxes, big storage boxes that I'm planning to put stuff like chains in there, recovery boards, a lot more like recovery gear, whether that's a shovel or tools, stuff like that. So I will definitely have chains for the next season because I just can't do that again and not have chains. But yeah, to be honest, man, the rear-wheel drive has been really, really strong, especially with good tires. So I'm glad I put on bigger wheels and just really, beefy tires, or the KO2s. But when I've looked up four-wheel drive sprinters, I've heard like mixed things about them, because I was thinking about, well, maybe should I get a conversion kit, but I heard that sometimes the four-wheel drive for the Mercedes isn't a true like four-wheel drive. It's more of like an electronic system. I don't know the details on it, but anyways, I think with good tires and chains, rear-wheel drive will be fine, and good weight over the rear tires, I think should be fine. So, but all it's gonna take is one accident, and then I'll be taking that back. But anyways. Oh, Regina. Hey, Regina. PC closing day was a lot of fun. Thanks for your recommendation to go ski at McConkey's. Trails in the snow, they were the best. Jupiter was closed. Yeah, I saw that, Regina. I didn't know that they closed Jupiter, like, with the mountains still open. I thought that was kind of crazy. I don't know if it's just there wasn't enough snow up there, or they're just trying to save costs or cut costs. But, yeah, I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm sure stuff up top had the best snow conditions, with it being so warm during then. But I'm glad it was a good time. For sure. It's crazy how fast it went, But thanks for stopping by the stream. Dylan Parker says, couldn't agree more, the east wall is so sick. Yeah, the east wall is sick. You can look up like east wall map or something, and they have like almost a trail map just for the east wall, and it shows like all the different chutes. It's pretty sick. And I would just lap that when I'd go to A base and just hike that by myself, and just hike that ridge, and drop into the first notch, the second notch, like the snorkel nose, Willie's wide, all that sort of stuff. There was a few runs there, or few chutes where you have to like rappel in with a rope. There's just like a rope down like this like rock face, and like I'd put my skis over my shoulder, and I was all alone. I was like, looking back at it, it was so stupid. And I would like rappel with ski boots like down into the chute, and then like put my skis on and then like rip down the chute. It was a lot of fun. Really, really cool area. And up there, you're high up in Colorado. You're like 11,000 something feet. It was fun. Brett Downing, what's up, man? Thank you for being here again. Did you find out what the water condensation came from? Dude, good question, man. I really haven't. I noticed a drop the other day in here. It's been fine for the most part. It's not like it's actively leaking, but yeah, I when I look, I haven't cut a single hole up there. So it's like I don't know if it's one of like the welds from like the factory that something is leaking down, but I was saying earlier, if I have to, I will just take the solar panel up and look underneath there. Maybe I have to caulk something up or seal something because I really don't know where the leak could be coming from because I like I said, I haven't cut anything back there. I made a cut up here more where I'm running like my cables for the solar panel and like cell booster, but there's no holes up there. So a little weird. I'm thinking it might have been condensation. Maybe it was a leak somewhere else that kind of worked its way back, but everything looks okay. It's not like the wood is molding out or anything, but I think I just think it's interesting because when I was buried in snow, like up in Targhee and just all through the winter, nothing was leaking. It was a really weird thing. So, but thanks for asking, man. I'm gonna definitely got to keep an eye on it because that's like my biggest concern. Like I cut a huge hole for the fan vent and that's never leaked, you know? I don't know. Oh, Josh, hey, yo, Lucas, you got an Apple Watch. What's up? Love the most recent vlog. I did get an Apple. I can't believe you noticed that. I did recently get an Apple Watch. I got this yesterday, guys. I've been really enjoying it. I just got like I don't know, the cheapest one you can get on Apple, like the 3 series. It's pretty cool. I didn't know if I'd really use it, but for like working out and just like, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I've only had it for a day, but that's funny you notice, man. The triple black also a Glade too. Okay, Jacob, that's crazy. A triple black with a Glade. That's nuts, man. Glades are so fun, but they're always like, oh man, with tree wells and just like if you fall and hit a tree, man. That's what I'm always worried about with skiing in the trees, but it's so much fun. Carlos says, you know what, now I remember reviewing it in the tram and then did a hike on the mountain. I think I went under Mineral Basin. I think I saw Little Cloud. Yeah, dude. So you were like, Carlo, you were like in one of the main, that's like the main zone that I like to ski is right over there. Like Mineral Basin can be kind of hit or miss, but in terms of like Little Cloud and the tram, like that whole sort of face in the mountain, that's like the bulk of snowboard that I like to ski. I like to go over to Gad too a little bit and ski over there, but for the most part, like, yeah. But those are like a lot of the lifts. That's what I'm trying to get at. You could access a lot of terrain from Little Cloud, Mineral Basin, the tram, stuff like that. So Timmy Kern says, if you look at the Alta Trail map, there are no double blacks, but from what you say, there are double black worthy trails. Yeah, so that's what I was saying at the vlog. Is like you look at the trail map for Alta, and it's just like they don't mark double blacks, they don't mark, I don't know, double blues or anything. They just sort of have the color black, blue, and green maybe. But I'm telling you, like, Alta, I would say, is mostly double blacks. Like, most of the terrain there is advanced, and it's half the time it's not even marked what the chute is. So that's why when you ask where's the little chutes is like, it's similar to what I'm talking about with the East Wall, where it's like its own sort of trail map within the whole Baldy chute. So there's an area, it might be called the Alta chutes or the Baldy chutes or something on the trail map, Timmy. And then within that, when you start the hike, there's like a poster and it shows you what each chute is called. It's just like a printout on paper, and one says little chutes, main chutes, Baldy shoulder or something, I think it's called. I think I actually have a photo of it in the vlog when I started. So yeah, that's what's interesting about ski resorts out here and like the more advanced stuff, whether that's snowboard, Alta, like anywhere. You have to, some of the stuff is almost like local knowledge or just sort of like not necessarily known trails are marked, but yeah, a lot of that stuff was double blacks, and like I said, I think that little chute could be a triple black. Of all the stuff I skied this season, that could definitely be passed as a triple black. Steve, hey Lucas, thanks for sharing your ski. Thank you, man. Your support on all the ski vlogs has been awesome. I appreciate your genuine comments. It really, really means a lot when you guys take the time to not only watch my work, but also just, let me know what you think, whether it's good or bad. So it's my pleasure. I enjoy sharing it. I'm glad that I'm glad that we've built a community or building a community where people enjoy the same stuff. So it's been years and years in the making of filming myself skiing, and yeah, it's been cool to be able to put it in a video for you guys. Josh says, you're the greatest YouTuber ever. Here you go. I sub to Live Fit. I have an Apple Watch. They're pretty nice. Yeah, dude, I like it. Alta is generally more steep terrain beginner area off. Yeah, see, yeah, it's always nice to have people like Regina in here, cause yeah, they're nailing it. Like they're not rated double blacks or whatever, but a lot of the stuff is double black worthy trails, and I think it's like I would say it's probably 70%. Expert terrain at Alta, really. Like, most of the stuff you stumble on is going to be, like, really advanced terrain. And same with Snowbird, Josh says, wait, I've always been confused. Are there triple blacks? I don't know. I think if you look up some videos or some stuff, like, you could find triple black signs. I wonder if there's some, like, the steep gullies at Arapahoe Basin might be considered triple blacks. I don't know. It's kind of all subjective. I don't know how they rate trails, but I think there could be some stuff that passes as a triple black. Amanda says, do you only have 3 sisters or any other siblings? What word would you choose if you had to describe your siblings in one word? Yeah, so I have 3 sisters, to answer your question. No other siblings. My older sister is like 30, I think. Yeah, she's 30. I'm in the middle. My second sister is 25, and then my youngest sister is 21. What one word would I choose to describe all 3 of them in one word? Each one of my sisters is so different. But if I had to describe all of them in one word, I would, probably the fierce. I think that'd be a good word, because they're all fierce in their own right. And just because they're so much different and they're so passionate about their certain things, I think fierce. Stubborn, that could be a good one. Loyal, loving. I mean, there's a ton. My sisters are awesome. And as I get older, I realize how thankful I am to have my sisters. Even though when I was younger, I always wanted a brother, and I was trying to turn my sister, who's closest to me in age, into a boy, and I'd shoot her with paintballs, I'd make her play goalie for hockey. But yeah, it's cool to have siblings, and 3 sisters is pretty cool. So yeah, they've between my 3 sisters and my mom, they've taught me a lot about how to be a good person, I guess. Josh says, you and Liffit have like over 5K subs combined. Liffit and Lucas collab, please. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Liffit's my youngest sister, 21. She does like fitness stuff, wellness, all that's crazy stuff. She just kicked my butt in a workout last night. Actually, we went to the field house at like 7 o'clock, and I'm so sore I can barely move because we did like sprints and all this other crazy crap. But yeah, we used to. We like collab a lot, or like I'll help her shoot photos or make videos with her, but yeah, she crushes it. Go check out LiftFit. I think she's inside maybe. I think she has homework. She's a senior at Penn State College, so she's like trying to finish that up. Brett Downing. Oh, good question. How does the cell booster work? Are you usually using cellular data or Wi-Fi? Just curious on the speed you get in a van. Okay, so the cell booster works so well, I gotta say. I was skeptical about it. You don't really know, like, there's no like interface with it, if that makes sense, that like shows you if it's working or not. You just basically flip this switch and like the light comes on. But dude, every time I've like been in a position to use it, it comes through every single time. And I will notice, I'll try to show you guys, I was using it in the desert all week, and I'll try to show you guys on a video where it's like I'll have 1 bar of LTE and I'll turn this booster on and they'll boost me up almost to full service. And my speeds, I basically only use cellular data because I have unlimited with my phone plan. So I get like great speeds, and then I'll hotspot from my phone to my laptop, and then I can do whatever I need to do. So I love this cell booster. I'm glad I put it in. I'm glad I put it in like first with the van rather than trying to install it afterwards. So I just have a switch down there that I can turn it on. It's just permanently mounted up to the roof. I put it on like sort of like a hitch pin. So if I'm going through a car wash or somewhere where I need a little bit where I need as much clearance as I can get, I can kind of put it down because it does stick up like, I don't know, 6 or 10 inches. But I definitely recommend it. I really do. I think it's really a really good thing. But in terms of the speed I get in the van, just whatever I can get off my cellular data. Have you ever driven to Schweitzer from Utah? I don't know where Schweitzer is. If so, how was the thing of doing a Schweitzer mountain road trip next year, assuming we're allowed back in Canada? If it's in Canada, I've never done the drive from Utah to Canada, but I've been keeping my eye on it like really intensely because I'm trying to go up to Banff this summer if they open it up. But it is like 15 hours to get up to Banff, which is like Calgary area. Oh, Idaho. Okay, I'm way off. Assuming, okay, I was confused, I guess. I've only went Utah to Sun Valley, and that was like 5 hours. But pretty easy drive. Anyways, I haven't done the Schweitzer one, if I'm saying that right. Oh, Barbara, hey Lucas, Patience and Prudence was awesome video. I thought I'd comment by dance. Oh, no worries, Barbara, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I know it's late over on the East Coast, but I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Thank you for the kind words on the video. Thank you for the support. Barbara is the original supporter of the Stoke Squad, the very first member, and it's just always supported the channel and my videos no matter what the topic is. So thank you, Barbara. I think there's some triples in Big Sky. I'm sure there is some triples in Big Sky. I've heard amazing things about Big Sky. The terrain up there is pretty sick. Some of the terrain is even in bounds, but you have to show proof that you have a beacon and like you're with a partner. It's like, so, there's a shoot up there that's pretty gnarly. You have to like sign a waiver. I don't know. I think there's some pretty cool stuff. What's up, man? Blow 2221. What's up, dude? Chilling. You have to bring LiveFit into Luna and tell her to say hello to the vlog. I sub to LiveFit. Do you live by yourself? Oh, nice, dude. I'll tell her you sub to LiveFit. Yeah, LiveFit was in the ski movie, Patience and Prudence. She was in there a little bit. And then there's some videos on my channel. I know there are. There's some when I went to Arizona with my 3 sisters and we all stayed in the van, which was like crazy few days. Let me just say that. But yeah, you can check out some of the Sedona videos because there was 3 of us in Luna for like a week. I was sleeping on the floor while my 2 sisters slept in the bed. It was nuts. Anyways, I'll see if she's stressed right now because she has a quiz and like her computer's broken. So I don't know. But maybe I'll tell her that you want her to make a guest appearance soon. Do you live by yourselves? So my sister does live here in Utah. Once her school went remote, she kind of came out here last summer or something. So we kind of, I guess you could say we kind of live together, but yeah, we kind of tend to ourselves. Do you think you'll ever ski in Australia? Yes, Timmy. I don't know. I would love to. I don't ever want to say no. I mean, I got a long ski career ahead of me, so I would like to. Penn State had one or more ski runs next to the campus. Are they still there? Regina, that's a good question. I don't know. I do not know, actually. I'll have to ask Liv. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know. I know there are some mountains around there because she would do some hikes when she was at the campus there. But I'll have to see if they actually still have mountains. Charles Wilson says that ski movie was absolutely sick, my dude. Oh, thank you, Charles. I'm stoked that you enjoyed it, dude. I really am. Yeah, all the feedback has been awesome. So I'm glad it was well received and people just appreciate the movie or the vlog for what it was and stuff like that. So kind of as I got into it, it was more like a recap of the season, but I still think it was still fun. And I was saying earlier, I could have done so much more to it or made it longer, fit more into it, but yeah, I had to somehow had to still craft some sort of narrative or story with it, and I also had to make it so it wasn't like 60 minutes long, and transitioning in between each mountain, I guess, was kind of the challenge where I couldn't just, I didn't want to just be like a regurgitation of all the other vlogs. So anyways, I'm glad you like it, man. Okay, and Brent Schweitzer's and Idaho, Red Mountain is right over the border. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been to any of those places, but yeah, I'm hoping we're allowed into Canada soon. I was saying I I have a feeling it's not going to be this summer, but I do think by the next ski season they're going to let us in. Josh says, how long did it take to make Patience and Prudence? Oh man, good question. How long did it take? I'm trying to think. I mean, in terms of like weeks, it took me about like 2.5 weeks. But in terms of hours, ooh, I don't know. I was working like around the clock when I was. The thing that kind of made it challenging was I went go-karting like right in the middle of it, and I didn't work on it for like 4 or 5 days. And then when I got back, I had to get it out by Friday. So it really put the pressure on like when I got back. Where if I had that weekend, it would have been a lot more, not as stressful. But I don't know, man. I took a ton of time. And like just, I mean, it took me like 2 hours just to sit down and film the narrative of me talking. And if you notice sometimes like from where it started to ended, like how much it gets a lot darker outside, like, and then having to cut through all of that footage and then match up the angles and then like cut out some of the like it takes a long time just for like the little stuff. And then that's not even like, you know, then you have to color the whole thing. Then I have to basically, you know, do all of the audio, process the audio, you know what I mean? Hope Premiere doesn't crash. Like, yeah. It's like as soon as I got the cut done, I still had, I don't know, 2 days of just like tweaking and processing to make it look presentable from there. So, and some of the stuff I just had to be like, you know what, I have to just either use footage I already have, use a sequence from a vlog. Like I really ran out of time, but I didn't want to not stick to my word. So it was like a balance of kind of getting it out and trying not to make it perfect, but that's a project where I could, that's a video, Josh, where like I could spend basically an endless amount of time consistently refining it, but then you'll never get it out. So what's the point, you know? So that's why I like giving myself deadlines, whether it's the vlogs, Tuesdays and Fridays, or that's why I put out the teasers, post it on Instagram, like the 16th it's coming out because it holds myself to it. So Amanda, bye. See ya. Got to go. Also live stream. See you on Friday. Yes, see you on Friday. Thank you, Amanda. Have a good night. Thanks for the questions. They're awesome. How do you come up with the name Patience and Prudence? I don't know. I think it was just a way. It just kind of clicked to me once. I think I thought about it when I was in Grand Targhee, and I had the night when I, you know, just had no service. I was injured. I was just sitting here thinking, and that's when kind of the whole idea of the narrative came to me, and that's how kind of just the terms Patience and Prudence came to me, where it was like, it just kind of, if it was like catchy enough, and it felt like it spoke to two terms of the season that kind of made sense. Where with the COVID situation, the crazy avalanche danger we had, yeah. So it was just one of those things that came to me, to be honest, dude. Yeah. Do you live with your parents or no? So not. I guess it's like a yes and no. Like this is my dad's house, but he's never here. You know, like he's here a few times during the ski season. But so yeah, I live at my dad's house, but my parents aren't here. My parents are divorced. Yeah, divorced. They've been divorced for a long ass time. Live with a broken computer, yeah, and a quiz. Yeah, she's under the gun right now, man. I want to ski in the Alps, but the trail maps confuse me. Do you think you'll go skiing in the Alps, Asia, South America? Yeah, Timmy. My plan is to ski everywhere I can at some point in my life. And I think the reason why my sister went skiing in the Alps actually live fit, because she studied abroad. And she just said that the reason, I think why they're confusing is that they don't really mark a lot of stuff there, where it's kind of like the lifts will take you up, and then it's kind of just like an open mountain, you know? So yeah, I think it'd be a fun experience to go out there, but yeah. Well, guys, thanks for everyone who hopped on. I really appreciate it. We're in an interesting time with the vlog, just with the transitioning of the seasons and just trying to figure out navigating the channel and all that stuff. But yeah, I think this channel has always been just a documentation of my life. I love being able to look back at my adventures and the progress I made with cinematography and video making, all that stuff. So at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is just going to be stuff I enjoy doing. So Thanks for sticking in there. Thanks for everyone who supported the channel and the videos and all that stuff. Really, truly means a lot to me. Obviously, the ski stuff kind of really propelled the channel like this winter, which is awesome. But there's a lot more to what we do here. So we got a few. Mitchell says, "What's up, Lucas? Gotta check out Patient and Prudence tonight." Thank you, Mitchell. Yeah, dude, check it out. Put some headphones in, grab a snack, and let it play out, man. I really appreciate that. Let me know what you think. Trip Hoover, wow, with the $20. Thanks for great content over ski season, dude. That is so nice of you, man. That's a lot of money, dude. Oh, you're so welcome. That's crazy because I just, yeah, I was just skiing and recording it. So you are more than welcome. It's my pleasure to share it. I need you to know how much I appreciate your support on the Stoke Squad, and then also a $20 chat like this. You're more than welcome, seriously. And yeah, there'll be more to come next season, whatever, you know. But yeah, definitely stick around every once in a while during the summer because there'll be some more stuff going on. So for sure, bro, lunch is on me. Yeah, dude, you're not kidding. That's like 3 lunches if I stretch it. That's crazy, man. Thank you, dude. Wow, that's a lot of money, man. That made my night, dude. Thank you. Brent says, "Have you ever hiked Fantasy Ridge? Is the hike as nerve-wracking as the videos make it seem?" Brent, I've never hiked it. I only went to Solitude once. Wow, Trip, I'm still, yeah, dude. Thank you, man. God damn, that's a lot of money. Brent, I've never hiked it. The only time I was at Solitude was one time, and it wasn't open. It was kind of when we were in that early season snow drought here. But it's something I wanted to go back and do. I didn't get around to it. So I can't speak to it. I think it does look pretty nerve-wracking, especially with that chain that you got to kind of hold on to. But it looks really fun. So that's on the list for next season. And I think Solitude just extended their season because we got this crazy storm. But yeah, I will do that next season, and we'll have to check it out. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for the stream tonight. I think we're about what are we at? Like an hour into it, 67 minutes. So thank you guys for stopping back by, man. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna stick to the live streams on Wednesdays again. So try to get back on the same routine, the schedule, and hopefully we can just keep building the community here and just having fun. So as always, guys, hit me up on Instagram. Another way we can connect and stay, I don't know, up to date with stories. So I'm just filming at this point. I'm gonna go make some dinner and then work on the next vlog for Friday, which is like a exploration of Capitol Reef. So if you're into sort of national parks and just sort of some van life, Capitol Reef stuff, check that out. So thank you guys. I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Take it easy, fam.